Everyone, thanks for stopping by the Standards Weekly Check-In. I'm Colin, behind the camera we got Heavy Metal Dylan.
What's up?
Today we're going to be getting into some staff picks, flipping through some new arrivals and recently priced records, and talking some YouTube comments at the end of the vid. As always, see anything you like, hit the DMs on Instagram, give the shop a ring, or just cruise by. We're open 11 to 8, 7 days a week. I'm coming out, guns a-blazing, because we got the Heroin discography in. I'm so happy about this. I've been, we had some legendary San Diego music recently with the Adult Crash album, of course featuring Tim from Amenity. It was one of my favorite San Diego bands, and Heroin that's the other one, man. These guys are great. Love this album. They did it's a discography. It's never been collected quite in this way before, and there's see all these asterisks back here. Those are all unreleased tracks. So you got some unreleased recordings, Battalion of Saints cover, combining the other great San Diego groups in. So yeah, they did a really good job. Well mastered. Sound quality is great. Phenomenal liner notes. It's basically everything you could ask for. And good to see one of my favorite bands get like a loving treatment. This is a group that their music just keeps giving over the years. The more I listen to it, the more I enjoy it. And speaking of, this is I'm just coming out. I'm out. I'm open. I'm admitting to being an unironic B-52s fan. I was playing this one over the weekend, and I've always liked the band, but as someone like, oh yeah, they're a silly band, but they're fun, But I think this album specifically, listening to it enough, I'm like, no, I'm full in. I take their music seriously.
With Wild Planet?
Yes, I'm a serious B-52s fan.
Well, I don't blame you. Are you sad that they didn't play Coachella with Blondie or anything like that?
I think they deserve everything because they're real good musicians.
That's true. I'm not gonna, argue with any of this.
I think I realize also you could read Talking Heads lyrics and B-52 lyrics are interchangeable. You just have to put exclamation points at the end, and they become B-52 songs.
Yeah.
This is not my beautiful house.
I can see that. Okay. All right, fair enough. I was trying to think of a Talking Head songs in the style of the singer B-52s.
I'll give you fish. I'll give you candy. I'll give you anything I have in this world. That's my David Byrne impression.
David Byrne sounds a lot like Jerry Seinfeld. But
hey, what is it? All right, I've embarrassed myself enough. Tell the people what you're listening to, Dylan.
Glad you asked. They call me Heavy Metal Dylan for a reason. We got The Grave, the second LP. This is when they get more melodic, because, they're Swedish. And, still really good. I'm glad this came back in rotation. I don't feel like I haven't seen it in a minute.
Yeah, I don't know that we've had that one before. I think we've had the first one, but not that one.
I remember the first one.
Yeah.
And that's just straightforward.
God tier, man. No one makes... I don't think there's better recordings in death metal than Sweden in the 90s. In terms of well, I shouldn't say better, because,
Yeah.
It's all kind of a different recording styles match the music differently, but whatever they were cooking in those studios in Sweden, man. Insane sounding records, and Grave's no exception.
Yeah, no, Grave's great. Mm-hmm. We also got John Prine's Diamond in the Rough. Sad record, but nice. And is the word melancholy? Is that the word it is?
Yeah. It's got Souvenirs on it. That's one of his biggest songs, and man, there is not a bad song on here. I think. Oh, geez, I can't talk about anything on this album. It's so miserable.
Yeah.
Late John Garfield blues, man. Two men standing on a bridge. One jumped and screamed, "You lose." Left the odd man standing. The Late John Garfield blues. Write a better line. Write a better line, cowards. You won't.
It's hard.
Insane.
It's hard to do.
Yeah. Anyways, let's flip through some records.
All right.
Up for a low run today.
Mm-hmm.
Weather's better. Leads me to ask you the question, Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
What are your top JOCK jams? What do you work out to?
You're gonna have to go first because mine is violent.
Mine's not unviolent. Ran to Demolition Hammer today.
Fucking
it's pretty violent. I really like running to 80s thrash.
Yeah, no, running to 80s thrash is really nice.
It feels like obviously they're playing really fast, so you want to go fast.
Yeah.
I feel this is silly. I'm being very vulnerable right now. Being honest, I'm sharing myself. I just think of like how hard they work to play like that fast and that well. It's like inspiring to me.
So you also run?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, if Dave Mustaine could just play this fast and this tight, I can at least get another mile in. You know what else I like to do? A kind of newer, like to run on a treadmill, especially to like EBM and industrial music, mostly also from the 80s. I'm being double vulnerable today, Dylan. Another vulnerable one.
Double downing on the vulnerability, okay.
I feel like I'm a robot because I'm on a treadmill. It's like a machine.
You imagine yourself like in the industrial side of like the Carcass music vids?
In the Terminator factory.
Yeah, you're on a wheel.
Running. That's my music. What do you play?
Lifting weights, heavy hardcore.
Yeah.
Like mean spirited. Like E-Town Concrete, Laid to Rest, shout out.
Sounds awesome.
On my Spotify it says that E-Town was my #1 band and then gave me how many hours I put into it. It was embarrassing. That's all I really listened to. That or 311. Then like, you know, the Beautiful Disaster, like when that riff comes in, hell yeah. Benching this fucking 295 right here, dude. Watch this.
Well, you're fucking up if you're benching 295 while listening to that.
Because I should be at 311.
Exactly.
I know. I'm trying to catch up.
You bench 311 pounds and you're like, well, I did it. I mastered exercise.
Yes.
That's all we got today. No questions in the YouTube comment section, so I'm turning it around. I'm asking you the questions. We were talking about JOCK jams today, what we like to listen to at our exercising situations, be it gym, the streets, the trails. I don't know why I'm pointed like this so much, but I'm going to stick to it. I'm committed. I feel like this gives me some authority, and I'm authoritatively asking you, the viewer, what do you listen to when it's time to get fit? Leave a comment in the YouTube comment section. We'll talk about it next week. We'll continue the conversation. It's a back and forth kind of thing. So that's what I'm working with. Dylan, you back this?
Yeah.
All right. So enthusiastic, I can tell.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week. Peace. This is not my beautiful house.